So they're making the Nintendo Switch 2, but this leads to the question, is this good news or a massive disappointment? Gamers seem split down the middle on this, with many Nintendo fans stoked to go out and buy what will essentially be a jacked up Switch, while others have expressed disappointment by the fact that after 8 years of the Switch, what we're getting here is essentially a do-over of the same console we already own. Well, in my opinion, while I don't love the branding and wish they had called it something cool like the Super Switch or the Switch X, I'm actually extremely happy that Nintendo took the safe road for once and decided to keep the Switch going for another console generation. So let me see if I can argue why this is a good thing in less than 3 minutes. First, let's go over the criticisms of the Switch 2, which are totally reasonable and typically boil down to 3 main arguments. First of all, we all know they're going to charge us full price for this thing, and a lot of people don't take too kindly to the idea of paying top dollar for a console which isn't much different from what they already own. Second, there's just some good old-fashioned disappointment that the new console isn't really innovative or cool. Nintendo has a long history of wowing us with each new console generation by introducing something fresh, be it significant leaps in power to touchscreens and motion controls. So after the Switch, the biggest question on everyone's mind became, what are they going to come up with next? The answer? Literally nothing. They're doing the exact same thing again and milking this thing for another generation, and many people see that as boring. Finally, there are concerns about power, since being a hybrid console once again guarantees that the Switch 2, while surely outperforming the first Switch, still won't hold a candle to modern graphics and processing speeds. These are fair points, but here's why I disagree and I'm happy with the decision. First of all, the Nintendo Switch is the best console Nintendo has ever designed. It's a masterpiece that combined all of the lessons they've learned throughout their history as a company. It has the matte gray appearance of their older consoles like the Super Nintendo, with the touchscreens and battery optimization of their DS handheld line, with split controllers and motion controls reminiscent of the Wii, with a tablet-like controller and gyroscope similar to the Wii U. When all of this clicked together, it pulled Nintendo out of a rut and blasted them to the top of the competition once again. The Switch is literally the third best-selling video game console of all time. Nintendo, at the end of the day, is a corporation. Innovation is great when the time is right, but why would any company that released a product that's literally printing money for its shareholders suddenly stop what they're doing and drop the concept while it's still on fire? If they did, they'd only have two options. They could either risk trying something new and flashy that could be a success, but also easily flop like the Wii U did. Or they could go the other way and make a more generic and powerful Ultra HD home console, abandoning the handheld market that they're dominating right now and coming into direct contest with the PS5 and Xbox. Neither decision really makes sense. Finally though, at the end of the day guys, it's all about the games. New consoles are cool when they first come out, but you'll quickly forget about the hardware after a few weeks. As long as this Switch fixes the biggest problems of the original and has a stacked lineup of games, it's going to be a great console. And just as a final note here, the console just looks sick. I love this trailer. It's so neat and tidy, just that ASMR approach they went with, that with the little clicking and clacking and tickling and I just want to push those control sticks. I want to push those buttons. They just look so crispy, so tight. It looks great.